The summer of 2011 was truly amazing and surreal. I did a live tour, I made a ton of new awesome friends, I experienced 2 typhoons, and a countless number of aftershocks in the tsunami disaster area. I was on radio shows, I was on TV shows, in the newspapers, and even on the billboards. But most importantly, I had the great honor to work with some truly amazing individuals, and I was given the chance to actually make a difference for some people, even if ever so small. But for me, that was the biggest thing. But let's start at the beginning. So, I've been awake for some 40 hours or so, and I should be dead tired, but I'm not. I'm really excited actually, because I'm on my way to Japan again. But this time, not to study, but actually to do a live tour in all of Japan. You see, when the earthquake and tsunami disaster struck Japan, I made a song in Japanese called Yomigaere, Song for Japan, to encourage the Japanese people and to show my support. Now, we also collected some money and I made it into a support Japan music video kind of thingy that I put on YouTube. Now, to be honest, I only expected a few thousand views at the most. But the video actually went viral in Japan, and before I knew it, I had tens of thousands of views and many people started to contact me. Among them were the wonderful people at Text Agency in Tokyo, and they eventually invited me to come to Japan to do a live tour and sing my song directly to the Japanese people. So, here I am, just about to land at Tokyo Haneda Airport, and I still can't believe that this is actually happening for real. I mean, at this point, I had no idea that this was actually gonna be the most amazing and coolest summer in my life. By the way, love Japanese airlines. I mean, their services, it's awesome. So, after landing in Tokyo and getting to know the people I was gonna work with, I was soon off to my first concert in Koriyama City in Fukushima Prefecture, about 60 kilometers from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. While I was on tour, I kept making smiley boards to get more positive and inspiring messages, this time from the Japanese themselves. Being so close to the reactor, Koriyama was virtually a ghost town with almost no children or women present. Left behind were the elderly and the fathers who were forced to work to support their families who now lived elsewhere. Just seconds before I went on stage, there was an earthquake. The aftershocks are still tormenting the already tried population of northeast Japan. It was very, very emotional to perform for them and see how much our support really meant for them. After Fukushima, my tour took me to Nagasaki for 3 concerts. By a coincidence, I arrived on the Memorial Day of the bombing of Nagasaki, and I participated in the Peace March and did a few radio shows. I was also being filmed during my 2 days in Nagasaki by the Nagasaki TV station. I also got to spend some time with the group The Mercury Sound, who were extremely nice and friendly in person. After that, I did 3 shows in Fukuoka and was featured in the Fukuoka edition of the West Japanese newspapers, as well as on the local radio station. Both Nagasaki and Fukuoka had some awesome and delicious food, by the way. Back in Tokyo, I did a show in Shibuya together with the musicians that I met up in Fukushima. Then I went to Gifu and appeared on their TV station. After that, I went to Toyota City to perform, and I also joined a group called Megami Japan, who do volunteer work in the tsunami disaster area. They took me back to Fukushima and to the neighboring prefecture Miyagi, where the tsunami had caused the greatest damage. It was truly horrific. There was almost nothing left after the tsunami, and in some places the water had yet to recede 6 months later. In Ishinomaki, I met a man who had lost his wife, relatives, friends, as well as his business. He lived in the ruins of his house, and he came to us because he was simply feeling so damn lonely. I donated some money, and we sang my song for him. And for me, that was the most memorable concert of them all. Hearing people's sad stories was painful, but important, and it only motivated me to work harder to help to rebuild Japan. I left Japan with mixed emotions. I was very moved by how hard everyone is struggling, but at the same time, I was saddened by the fact that there is still so much more that needs to be done. I made a commitment to myself to keep helping Japan in whatever way I can, even after returning to Sweden. I was truly and deeply moved by the Japanese fighting spirit. Japan is still going strong, and I intend to do the very same. And lastly, a million thanks to the hundreds of people who made this charity tour possible. Tack allihopa. Come on Nippon Yomigaere これじゃ終わりじゃないからね一つなって一生懸命頑張れ Come on Nippon Yomigaere Come on Nippon Yomigaere これじゃ終わりじゃないからね一つなって一生懸命頑張れ Come on Nippon Yomigaere